Hey YouTubers, Cheyenne here, and today I want to make a keto-friendly pizza for you guys. Been doing keto for a few weeks, been getting some pretty good results with it, but you know, every now and then you crave something like pizza, and I want to show you guys a way to do it so it'd be keto, low sugar, low glycemic index, and yeah, so here we go. So the first thing we're going to be working on is the crust, and the first thing you got to do is preheat the oven to 450 degrees. Alright, so after you preheat the oven, I want to go over the ingredient list real quick. We're going to be using mozzarella cheese, and we'll be mixing that with a mixture of almond flour and flax meal, and then we're going to put a little bit of baking powder. We're going to use an egg to hold the mixture together, and then we're going to season it with salt, pepper, and some of this garlic herb sensation. Once we've mixed everything in there except for the egg, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven for just a little bit of time, just until the cheese slightly melts a little bit, so I can mix it and knead it into a dough. You can also use a microwave, do it for like 30 seconds or so, take it out and see if you can kind of knead it into a dough. If you need more time, you can microwave it for 15-second intervals. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take 2 cups of the mozzarella cheese, and we're going to put that in our mixing bowl. Alright. And then we're going to put 3/4 of a cup of the almond flour, and then I'll put a 1/4 cup of the flaxseed. Flaxseed, 1/4 cup. And then we need 1 teaspoon of the baking powder, and we're going to grind some of our garlic herb sensation. So the mixture has been there for about a minute or so. I'm going to go ahead and take it out and see if it's ready to knead it into a dough. Perfect. So the cheese is just softened just a little bit, just so we can knead it into a dough. And this is when we're going to go ahead and crack an egg. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and smooth this out and put it on top of parchment paper onto our cooking dish. We've gone ahead and kneaded it so the cheese is softened a little bit, and you can take a look at what it looks like. I have a sheet of parchment paper underneath it, and I'm going to go ahead and lay another sheet of parchment paper on top of it. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this glass cup, and you want to go ahead and roll it out so it's about a 1/4 inch thickness. Alright, so we've gone ahead and put the second parchment paper on top. We've rolled out the dough to about a 1/4 inch thickness, and now I'm going to reveal to you what it looks like. So this is what the crust should look like before going into the oven. It'll go in for about, I believe, 6 to 8 minutes at 450 degrees, and we'll show it to you once it's done. So we just went ahead and took the crust out of the oven. Go ahead and you can zoom in, take a closer look at it. It's just a little halfway cooked. We're going to go ahead and put on the tomato sauce, cheese, and toppings. I've went ahead and prepped some toppings already. I have some cubed turkey breast, some white onion, and some broccoli that I've diced up here. So first thing, we're going to go ahead and use some Prego tomato basil garlic. And you can see here that it has about 9 net grams of carbs, and that's for half a cup serving. So we're going to go ahead and grab this and spoon it on. I'm going to probably use as little of this as I can possibly use because it's going to have the most amount of carbohydrates out of our ingredients. And we're just going to go ahead and smooth on the tomato sauce onto here. And yes, this is a Yogurtland spoon. Hell yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put a nice coat of tomato sauce all over this. That's the perfect amount. Next, we're going to go ahead and put on some cheese. I already put a decent amount of cheese into the crust, so I'm going to just put enough to give yourself a nice coating of cheese. Perfect. And then we can go ahead and sprinkle on some turkey. Nice healthy serving of it. We're going to put some of the white onion. And then we're going to top off to finish off some of our broccoli. Alright, and it's going to go back into the oven for about 10 more minutes, and once the cheese bubbles and the crust gets nice and crunchy, you can go ahead and take it out. So the pizza just came out. I also put it on broil for the last 2 minutes just because I put fresh raw broccoli that I wanted to cook a little bit more. You can go ahead and zoom in closer to see what it looks like. You can see the ends of the crust of the pizza, how it's kind of charred around the edges. The cheese is melted very nicely. The sauce didn't make it overly wet, and you have the turkey pieces. I'm just going to go ahead and lift this up, place it on top of our cutting mat right there. Alright, so the pizza came out of the oven. It cooled a little bit, so I was able to cut it into some slices. You can see the turkey, broccoli, the white onion on there on the crust. And let's see how this guy tastes. I've been craving pizza for a while now. Wow. This was amazing. I definitely recommend you guys do this. And also don't forget, if you've gotten this far, to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this photo so other people who are doing the ketogenic, low carb, low sugar type diet, they can also benefit from this recipe. Thank you guys and have a good night.